Now, while we're at it and we're in this mixing session, someone commented and asked, how do you side chain the bass when you're using breakbeats such as the 𝗙𝗛𝗙𝗎? So you're going to have to do it a little more creatively if you want to side chain your bass using the kick of the 𝗙𝗛𝗙 break. So what I did was I took the 𝗙𝗛𝗙 pattern, copied it to a new track here, and it's simply playing the kicks. I removed all the other hits to isolate that kick section, but it mirrors the pattern of the 𝗙𝗛𝗙 break in this track. And this kick track is actually disabled, it's muted. It's simply going to be used to sidechain compress the 808 bass. So on the 808 track, you can either pull in a compressor. I'm using multiband dynamics because my 808 patch has mid bass on top, and I don't want to duck the mid bass. I only want to duck the low frequency. So applying a multiband dynamics for such bass sounds is important. So I'm using the multiband dynamics. I'm choosing external source. I'm choosing that kick channel that we just created. I'm using it to trigger and sidechain compress only the low end, which is this bottom band here. So this section of the multiband compressor is for the low band. The crossover frequency is 120 hertz, but you can adjust that to taste based on your bass. And you just simply have to adjust the threshold. Mine's set to around -22. And then also adjust the compression ratio. So if you wanted to totally squash it, bring it to 1 to infinity. If you bring the threshold further down, it's going to duck that sub bass even more. Notice it's ducking. So you might want to do it to taste. I find if you do it too harshly, that it'll affect the vibe of the 808, right? So this is only doing the compressing the low end. If you play it in the middle here with the band pass, see, nothing is happening to the mids, only that bottom end. By the way, if you're looking for jungle production tools, check out my Jungleism Serum 2 preset pack, which contains breaks, bass, and synth presets for jungle production. I even have a prominence preset there, which is packed with the breaks and the bass. And you can use the macros and patterns to perform prominence live and mash it up. Watch this. Super fun, and you can even mess with the patterns in here in the clip mode, play with the macros to manipulate the breaks. Tons of breaks like this to mess around with jungle production. Also, if you're looking for more jungle old school breaks, check out the OG Jungle sample pack. And for bass signs, Gnarly Volume 1 and 2 are your best bet. Now comes together in a bundle for a discounted price. You can also grab 12 previously released packs all in a bundle in the Devin Audio Production Suite at 50% off. So if you're looking for an arsenal of tools, this is the way to go. You can learn more about these packs as well as Jungleism down in the links below. That's very helpful. So apply multiband dynamics or compression as a sidechain if your bass has multiple layers. Of course, the most ideal is to have your sub bass on a separate track. And that way you can just use a simple compressor or ducking tool to duck that sub bass. But you have to be creative and clever if all your mid and low bass is in one instrument. You'll have to use tools like this and trigger it with just the kick. So hopefully that made sense. But I just want to point out that personally, for jungle, I don't like to sidechain the sub bass because it takes away the character and dynamic of that 808 bass hit. I find if you find that the kick and the 808 is interfering, and you simply can just remove some of the bottom end from the 𝗙𝗛𝗙𝗎, especially on the kick. And that's why on the 1973 EQ, I had this high pass around 55 hertz. It can even go up to 80 hertz if you like. I just found 50 still had a bit of the low end energy, that thump to the kick, without interfering with the 808. So that's my approach to jungle. I personally wouldn't sidechain bass because I want that 808 to thump. I don't want it to duck. So that's one way to get around it, is just a balance of EQing that amen, maybe removing some of that bottom end from the kick if you would like. Sometimes I might not even remove it. Just go old school and keep all of that bottom end in there. That's sounding thumping. All right, let's do a comparison with and without multiband compression. Comment down below and let me know which one sounds better to you.